MPP agyapong agya ebeba beduru ni nyina ne se ochina ene ekoto aba the 31st of January 2026 ochina anopa from 7 o'clock na yeto aba na abato ekoto enim se nipa num na omo ahia na omo nyina omo ya MPP for beti enim se emu mienu ene ye likely se omo be close in terms of percentage him say Dr. Bawumia be wene Kennedy upon a second person obenya numbers area free abato na yekwa akotum apart from Dr. Bawumia obewene. Now him said there is a kind of a support base bi ewo party no ma party no mpanyimfo a omodi omoano omoka asem ebam omo agi din wo party no mpanyimfo titira akukudam nyina omodi Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia chi ye ka emu bi baako ene Dr. Martin Opoku Prempe a ye fe ne Napo anase Napo a ono na ye the presidential what them call ono na ye the VIP candidate at the MPP in the 2024 general elections. And him so support Dr. Bawumia ye pa because one no one enam na ye sanso nim say Napo eye Kennedy agyapong Adam for party tropa. Say in fact, after the defeat of Kennedy agyapong in 2023, one shada ne Dr. Bawumia nante. One Napo and nante because Kennedy agyapong in Napo ntam de womu no. Enye ne na yeba betrase. They have a very good relation. But still, Napo si ono there. He is not supporting Kennedy agyapong. Napa kansempa. Sama Napa fire gu form no bra mu edrepa because Napo say first thing I can say on tiasie se Ghana fo bi no mo se papa bi ewo nyuma wa bie nyuma fa workers entiema omena medi MPP ani no from onfa ensa medi Ghana man so sa same way hono Napo ekirekire mu examples of people enam kwan bi so because of their entrepreneur skills are na wo omumu ye ma omo akwan ma ombedi oman so wo man ahodo bebrem oboyi 33 papa feni bedu school no ochiro at the end said na brabo any oman na brabo koyeye obo I think say obo Donald Trump ding or see Donald Trump says he is at risk of being impeached because why ye di ni kwan so ye I nam say o believe so ye business mind ti kwan of us or managing the business no sa no manage your mind no I in America and I'm no sunti my he has at risk of being impeached no na free akonya so obobo sabio other president na on mobile ground entrepreneurs I am more akwanya so medi your mind omo mind and no omo say your mind no because their mentality was more like a dictator. And the first, Naposi on Tiasa Kennedy agyapong should present himself in this manner and saying so Wusika or be a new mantemana or minus so. Naposan can say, or curse is subium. Says any panum no mujino munoko pacunyano. Or be bien who are not feeling mudo and send Dr. Bawumia or so curse so. Have you seen the poor to be a good form? One fancy wow. Or see there is no discipline ever party no. Now to about where we are, they will enforce the hierarchy of the MPP party to make sure say regulations, any internal laws ever party no. A man for muum ombe respect no. Or say young come o be anten and wants to say. Who are MPP party ma? Who are MPP party ma? Odwene say we obi no. We obi because of MPP party because a MPP and ama wakwanya ama waye den. What to me aye obi. Na potu jagu mu pa. Na pese odi nyina yenko. Yenko tie ensema Napo ekaye edify the election. Or say Dr. Bawumia is the person that is going to win. Or say enkrofo omoji fanfu etumuno. Omojune say delegates Dr. Bawumia fanfu no. Or say Saturday they will get surprise. Napo SN review secret be say when Dr. Bawumia started his campaign no na yenim yehu Napo nim sana Napo he was going around meeting constituency executives of the party abro ko mfa camera nka ho okwa o maye ntwa video o mo pia ntwa video no ni party for makasa Napo wa pojma o background na no achi sese wa wie de o ye nyina no afa no aba radio so e na oto gya we e de gu form o de yankona yankonkotie bi na yensan back to studio Miriam Evans Jaben na makwa abapa amako mensa and be family koe na me nkope free SHS ni bi nkoe na me de me hia school school there bre bia fi ba be wanyina dro bia school ehia ma yankone nkonkotie mra me so say like video no share comment na like a phone see bottom no so yankome share.
Things are not said the hot. There are consequences of everything you do.
Yeah.
And since we are human beings, we'll make choices. You hope that the choices you make are as fair as you can, but there are interests that would.
Of course.
And you take greed aside. Having an interest in something, there's nothing wrong in it. In elections, there will be our vote. Electoral commissioner crowd vote.
Yes.
That is not the wrong thing. But so person who using every method possible for you yourself and you yourself again. I don't think that it is good. That is why I disagree totally with people saying that the best CEO will be the best president. No.
The best CEO in a private company,
yes,
will be the best president. But we are also told, so when you go to Benin now, the new Benin president is running the country like his personal baby. They are seeing results.
What you say the Kubiba?
Not Benin, America.
Benin, America. What you say? There was a coup attempt in Benin. Nigeria had to fly planes there and things. Okay.
But the private sector gets results.
America
president. Or transfer private sector mindset, but that should be good.
Current America president, for the first time, yesterday, billionaires have started speaking against him. Billionaires from Davos started speaking against him. So a private sector.
Yeah, big private sector.
And he was using private sector interests. Like Elon Musk, and Elon Musk said, "If you have said with him,
yes."
So governance, or government, or executive presidency, or presidency, or prime minister is not necessarily somebody who can run a private business first. Britain, Akwea no in the business, India for about Sunak did not say. Because you forget that as a president, you are even more constrained on the things you can do, you can't do.
In the way a successful businessman, it doesn't mean so be a successful president. But at least you can transfer private sector mindset into the governance of the state.
In fact, when you look at the numbers, so successful businessmen are transferable presidents.
Yes.
Most of them became authoritarian.
Because of more experiences, the private sector, the open has to happen.
Yes. And government, it doesn't necessarily
work like that. But the idea is if the country's biggest challenge is unemployment, now it was say buying equity jobs. Now private sector players are successful at creating jobs. That should be the person you put there as president.
I see if the country's biggest problem is unemployment.
Yes.
And the most tried and tested solution to unemployment is allowing government to be an enabler.
Yes.
There can be a possibility that when you give it to a private sector, they will do everything for themselves. Who said Elon Musk? When he was sucking people, ordinary people, middle class, junior people, he was signing government contracts left, right, and center for his companies. And senators started complaining that if contracts don't sign, deep government secrets, protecting nuclear secrets, and Elon Musk is the company in so it means we are transferring public knowledge, be also hidden confidential to private sector hand. That necessarily, just about 2 weeks ago, somebody was talking about Trumpy, the number of the wealth that he has accumulated with selling his name, which was against any principle of a president. But why? And because he's all powerful, he can't say anything. But why here? President Fufu also buy for another party. No, so for the state also attack you. So if it goes to become greed against greed, corruption against corruption, the country suffers. So I rather think that we should look for somebody who has knowledge, who has wisdom, who is capable, who demonstrates competence, who has integrity, who is fair-minded, who is affable, who is firm in decision makers, who knows that we have to play and give a level playing field to business, who knows that.
And for you, that person, is Dr. Bawumia.
Oh, we're talking generally, but if you come to my party, I would say yes. I would say yes. You might not be a private sector player, but your idea might generate businesses that are multipliers. Might generate businesses that are multipliers. So we shouldn't be gung-ho. And you might get a private sector player, chief executive, who can become very good. And you can get some who will be very, very bad. And I'm saying the evidence is that more businessmen, true businessmen, made it billionaires, they end up being authoritarian. Yes, some of them can ensure discipline. Italy, governments were changing so much until Silvio Berlusconi. But Berlusconi, yes, I didn't call court, I didn't to Bucra. President Trump, yes, I say Republicans are starting attacking.
A potential impeachment is looks
coming.
Likely.
It's coming. Oh, yeah, but more when you are in your honeymoon period, MPP before why we see or you cry okay Bible. Okay Bible.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Saul was the king.
Sure.
David was the shepherd. David killed only Goliath. All by the name of Saul okum 100, David okum 1,000. Almost to you, Mama. So David saw when you got to his fear. Somebody could David be what?
Yes.
The euphoria. Oma no mutu. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna. A few months later, they sang Crucify Him.
By MPP for
such that will be all death row.
Yes.
They didn't compare somebody of an unblemished record.
Sure.
The people felt so frustrated. Say, who magic away yache, who 20 pound, who ye wine, who ye say. And now baby we fair at the torture spot they didn't go. After which the honey only charm and I'm with you. Mukunume, Wakawi Kadi in so ye. We do a better die. So we have to be able to distinguish between true governance, rhetorics, and euphoria. Because I'm very, very happy. I hope and pray that the success for the gold program could be translated into the productive sector,
the real sector in the productive sector,
such that people will get jobs.
Ochinechia MPP delegate across the country, including you, Mokwa Kotwaba, over 211,000 delegates. And campaign Nakoswa says 2 more days to go. Why not all supporting in this campaign? Personally,
may support Dr. Bawumia.
Dr. Bawumia.
Support Dr. Bawumia.
Sir. And reasons here, then, of all the 5 candidates and how he performed in the last election in still alternative. Reasons here, then.
Me just say, me fact the Osha we say last election of performing.
Yes.
For a first-time candidate from opposition, MPP track record, he's the best so far.
For a first-time candidate, okay.
Professor Dubois in 30% the first time.
That's in 92.
President John Agyapong in 39%.
In 96.
Dr. Mahmoud in 41.7%.
Yes.
President John Agyapong Eba. Na yintimi pointi bibia. Na MPP near Bam for that in the 1992 Constitution.
Yes.
Yeah, the hope in it. Yeah, the hope GD and it also na amount for rush MPP mu. And Jay say, when we posy, almost say the average Ghanaian voter or your MPP sympathizer. Because for party for 40 years until now, now here the first attempt in 30%, the second attempt in 39%, the third attempt a jumping of 56%. It's sure Ghana for rush MPP mu. Ghana for what GD say MPP are buying pay the bit me Ghana ye. Hetina are buying the bought MPP no. Ghana for being boy NDC. So we have a patch. We have to trust about and this for you to trust about say de sa no mutie. I just want credit to be talk say if they open to trust why you need MPP ni here to trust undi huni party now join the patch. Eti enye enim die for nko na join MPP. Ghana for cry ni mujre MPP. Na nkanya sa anka se kai pejimi na kazi obiaton apetesi aboka. Apetesi de eden itimi ton aboka. No biso akoto agudi aboka. Apetesi de agudi eden na ne for cry also. Eden na to agudi aboka. Yes. O ti say MPP kwa ni party between the Ghana SNE. Enti kan bi na me di Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say kasa apprentice abaye upon who master Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He started in 1992 constitution. Where running mate 16 years. Where acting presidents. Where presidential candidate. Say politics wa wenim nipa nim wenim and ya ton wa. Say to krobi abefem bia obi hye ne natare na boza ne poster ball. I that cry ball. So for political marketing, political branding, you are torn. Or a known face. Or a known face. Osha, Ghana, parties nina. Obi anyway the first attempt. I just want to so as president. Winning election. This year the court. Yeah, the president Kufokoi, 96. Yes. Yeah, the court 2000. Ansana, we need 2000. Yeah, the president at Mills. They called 2000. Okay. Yes. They called 2004. 2008 as I know to me. Meaning the party is seen so. And then another Kwekufado. I called 2008. And they called 2012. 2016. I got a photo of Ababano. Yes. And the president John Mahama. I called 2012. No, a president or 12 President Mills Biaso. And I called 2012 already. So 2026 crown went me and winning. 2016 went to me and winning. But it didn't call 2016. It didn't call 2020. 2024. What should want? They are fair when they say, for be already president Bia. But they, the old free, so no, I can see.
Did you hand you over? The office no be hand you over.
Obedi president Bia. Or ne president Oteso ekwa kensi general election presidential election president Kufo or the president Rollins ekwa kensi 96
yes
2000 president Rollins and over Amado
yeah that's true
president Mills or the president Kufo call 2000 2004 2008 president Kufo and over Amado president Mahama or didn't put another Danko Kufado and a call 2012. We were not to see a president and no hand over money. Or more call 2016, President Mahama or hand over man.
President Akufado.
President Akufado. 2020, President Nanado, only President Mahama Nakoi, and another Sawini. Nanado 2024 or hand over man, President Mahama. Oh, share your MPP for. The only president Mahama Kwesi and
Dr. Bawumia.
2028 President Mahama won't mean that if you call a constitution.
Yes.
It is why and any president Mahama could na Osha partner or hand over Mahama. It is easy, so President Mahama be hand over Mahama.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah, no kwa. Sir, become apprentice. Obi a wa born ho de aye adwuma. Nana do Akufo-Addo. Or ye adwuma if you want to President Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, as a minister.
As a minister. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, or ye adwuma be fi be nsia. Nanso President Akufo-Addo. I bet no Bank of Ghana.
Yes.
Or rise be deputy governor. Beboa. En fa ho de wote President Akufo camp Nanado camp en fa ho de wote. Nanado pe obi a obetimi aye adwuma no. Nanado okofa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I say Bawumia na dream do. In fact, Nanado general platform be so can say or the economy by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Sure.
In fact, we general platform so can say Nyakupo de nyanse nyina ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. On the name president. That's okay.
Yes.
Eti Nanado who Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia competence and the co-father by. Oba so why some pa akọ 2008 in fact we 2008 sabe enye the second the man no na dwemu e don't na Nanado covered by it will be 2008 crown o to kwai Africa na compare dwuma for year was Zimbabwe
yes yes
and now the call re-election 2010 onyan no osakofa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sa by no call 2012 right?
Yes.
Anye osafa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the court 2016. And the year man. Just say, of winning year 2016, obey a vice president, obey a head of economic management teams. And what people ye find the Ghana had tried. Our course sabi uko English ya bruche, nako German bruche, nako America cra. E bi nyen hall and test to at sisa di hat to at sisa Ghana. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de buy. What do buy? Ufa bibi easy. Se boba money interoperability. So the bomu ne fra bruchere brewu. So the Western Union na brewu. Obetwe dia brewu phone so ama dia koto banka yi scale free banka ya adwuma. Enne me betina yi. Who so can say be there. What's the haptel for the back office bibi aba?
Yes.
Say grade bibi a obetwe yi phone so maybe bibi a we chama. O ti say Dr. Bawumia the technology, the digitization. I say we Ghana baby. Say Ghana card. And by I don't say it's been fine. So to cry now about the Ghana card they ever well. It be a year Ghana be a Ghana card there. It's a man phone ko pre passport. Because this Ghana card you be Oshioka, Tiakanyaka, to new national health insurance. Why the cover by Ghana card now President Akufo-Addo buy no na buy na ntimi anye no NDC for buy no uma ntimi anye Dr. Bawumia na be year Ghana card because of digitalization agenda. And Africa crap is over adopting mobile money interoperability or free Ghana. Okay, drones at the buyer UK for hacker publicly. What me say on Ghana? Me boy. A normal P crowd the buyer no. Not on your president, but a num said Nanado down the Becca. Yakupo the real senior say you actually cheap. And no crack. Oya won she ye. Unsadum crazy unsasodo. Ni nya yepe.
Dabi.
Enti nye peda. And unsadum ne wo ho. Yes, untimi sign kokrumuti ho nye dey. Emopo. Dr. Bawumia nyamia ye said you MPP for kokrumuti. Because 2012 ye ho chie na ye pink sheet analysis ye court no. So on the presidential candidate, on the presidential candidate.
No, a running mate.
On the director of elections.
No, you were, I remember.
What you say? It's running the presidential candidate current to me like a director of elections that be a Kobako. I got to Meboa. So you share party share. Now our best foot forward, Rebecca, was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And pastor so okotena box no church no church pink sheet no Ghana for the election any pink sheet ni election that won at the polling station I say 2016 no e kokoma MPP from Meboa enye enonko maka parties maka so aye adwuma twa the news what been catch you so be aye apprentice 60 years wa pon no party ahye de monyam aye no presidential candidate. Presidential candidate 2024.
Okay.
Now what Trevor Bekachi say? Oyobia. One thing that is popular among the business cycles in Ghana, Obi the idea of minister. And check no be afechi. So we free minister so no be so they arbitrary him. Meboa. Some of no mo de we anchor for programs na ideas they call ministers okoye. Ojo nko mutimi nyane, mutimi nye. The idea no share the trim no. Senyor na implement it is very 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 difficult to shape all the businesses in the world. The idea de bano. Or no raise business to a certain level as an or part and that's will be about to be another one.
Yes.
Google, Microsoft, body Elon Musk, everybody. The idea no, you made the team no. On no chassis. Emma, you ask for them say a year a ye asana. Now you come up before so for the mention. Yeah, the AC the BC. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So Uko for about 2 minutes. Idea century. He's a man of ideas. He has demonstrated lot of ideas and policies. Yeah. Innovation, lot of innovation. ECG, cash waterfall, baby, hapto for ya, boy, ECG for so many. Digitalization, the whole Africa. Integrity. Yeah, and this is for supado. Uchi so biaka so akobokrola.
Not yet.
Okay. Competence on demonstrative, Brunibeka. But demonstrative competence more than enough. I'm an another time of your president. Our president for 41 things. I want to hear people they are brand.
But competence.
Osaya, one of the most affable persons you see. He's so affable and humble. Say, and Kofufu saw you better. But I tell you today, one of the firm decision makers and fair persons I'll be sure.
But that is questionable in the sense.
Maybe be a data driven.
Maybe the incompetence tag, you know, 2 issues. Some have said, based on the Nanado Kafane, Najimudo, Yankopon, the Yansen, Amano, or the neighbor say, economy, no, or you're the chairman of the economic management team. The result of that, some have said, was disastrous because the economy before said na move free abayemono. Nanyoma didn't look.
I don't know one kind of economy over the 8-year period. Now one can before you free abayemono.
Oh, na say economy what you handed over to the new government.
What you say? Nanado Abayana.
Yes.
There was a 2021 to 2024.
Absolutely.
2017 to
2020, yes.
In 2017 to 2021, they said even in COVID disasters around the world,
yes,
Ghana's economy was one of the best managed. True or false?
In the first term, at least in the first 3 years of the first term, yes.
Yeah.
Fact.
To the extent, say, yeah, boy, about so all over the world.
Yes.
So what may have happened? The bet show the example maybe the economy was not granted to Bawumia in another second term. Maybe. Because the president who said time MPs 88 can say economy in somebody must go. That Bawumia
yes.
As Ubu be
yeah, because no one himself vice president. You can sack a minister. You can impeach.
You can impeach.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
So if he was directly responsible, now 88 MPs and to me, they're directly responsible. No, I call indicting somebody who was totally not responsible there. And then how would you describe those MPs? Please don't belittle the minds of those MPs. I was against the public show of that. But ABNK called them Kotuaba. I can make trauma, say Mpamo. And it's because they know very well the person who was managing the economy. So,
but you were part of the economic management.
I'm just saying.
Now, who was Minister of Energy in the second term.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
So because I mean, I put on Ethiopia. Now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, in second term of LPP administration, none of us sitting around the economic management team saw the budget before it was announced. Obekase, oh, why are you coming to say this? But I'm just showing you that 88 MPs came to the same realization. From MPP side, it tells you something.
Bawumia personality And because I will kind of leadership style, no, and you've defended strongly the role as chair of the economic management team, the impact on the economy as vice president and all of that. What can the other can find out? But people still believe, say, he comes across as weak on your firm. Untimi take a bold decision. Where we've gotten to as a country, the kind of leader we need, a leader who is decisive, untimi take bold decisions. How would you convince someone to vote for Bawumia?
So, in 8 years, as leader of the economic management team, he took no decision. He brought everything to cabinet for the president to decide that we'll do it or not.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The constitution we operate does not allow a vice president or any minister to take any decision.
Yes.
It rests with the president. Right? When you say, Okana, time when will be the president that will be contesting and want me to take a decision.
Ever say any time will be the president?
Because
as vice president, he was a leader, wasn't he? In his own right.
But sure, it's undisputable.
Yes.
The idea is not the buyer, you adopt it at cabinet. It's what is sustaining even the government to date. Which they themselves have considered. Right? And I'm saying, our constitution does not allow the vice president or any minister to take any position. Policy is an executive thing that rests with the president. Until now, what the most brilliant ideas are, this is what the co-president. And the economic management team was not taking decisions. They were bringing their ideas to cabinet for formally cabinet to adopt it as the cabinet positions. Right? And I'm saying, it's a 21st century ideas century. It's a 21st century digitalization century. It's a 21st century innovation century. People are living good on content creation and ideas. He has demonstrated the ability to have those ideas and bring it to fore.
Yes.
And the OC saying,
or a weak leader.
I just say, the man will be the leadership man now, weak. And I'm person who share me example. And yeah, no for the Edika so. What do I know for Faka? Now, Kambia. They say, hey, Enra Chi. Asma Maka. Because Obi Osiama also a chair paper. Obi friend will say, me ma badam for partner Ken Makudi na tem. Asma me kai me say, yeah, you take cabinet. Nyansa foa. I track cabinet was here chair. And Nyansa foa when you matter cabinet. Me, my solity me Matthew Poku Prempe. And Nyansa foa na track cabinet we. The na dream do. Pardon Dr. Bawumia. Obi say, hey,
Nyansa foa pa.
The na dream do. The na dream do. And Dr. Bawumia say. Uka udoye nyansa fo pa o se obum ti onya nyansa fo na mebo yansa yi odi nya epe
dabi
nyansa ni nya epe obi anadwum do yi nya adwum do pe e na make to say president Kufado Krajina stage se Jacopo di nyansa nyina ha hye Dr. Bawumia tu enu nchese se bidanado odidi ne ho atem
sure
and just akrakrakra and then just no ne agimi for the nebu abai. And so, Biajima no esio. Obi crowd there, Obia, if a boniphobia would be the actual, or Coca says, become the Kufado. And so, we see a moment to obey. Me, Subako. And why I made you soon. Sabit, and not one carbon to the home. In fact, Obuko wouldn't see one cabinet, you say, yes, Agyapong, ne, Cabinet Agyapong, Agyapong, Omunka home. As we young Kofu attack the first, said, we move frame credit matter. When be about could frame me, say, Penny, what can I do? Or see chairman or by say, if I Kennedy home or see her, I feel no man. I said, no, did my temper because I could see you be commentary. The Austrian son. And as I say, I can't 2 days, 3 days, I'm Yakotwaba. And to be our castle, I said, crab no chairman, and trouble do Bukakotro.
Role in the party. Are you a potential future contender for flag bearer? The bridge maker, or the peace member? What would you be doing after Saturday?
So you say for about a year now, I've been on a campaign for peace and unity, and some of these things that are going on. I think I would always find a role. I always see. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia some power so President Kufuor by Bank of Ghana. And a man and I do who ya born about someone to be a running mate. And a man MPP for who ya born about someone to be a presidential candidate. What do you say?
Yes.
That's it. You'll be a sabi obo kobo so kon say kobo so na imprensa.
Yes.
Obo kokoko mo kokoko ba ko. Kokoko face ebe jo so aye de ami abi enti ebins enyehwe ye call ye da ye lose 2024 ya call round akon TT the nkrofo pe ya ba be such a party constitution. The next logical thing is to see you paying for that party. See, we flag bearer, or see you constituency executives, or see you police station, or see you regional executives, or see you national. You're putting in now leadership will be back in the party to be able to answer to government of the day. You see, there's no leadership. Chasemba obi to be considered at the radio so your party no praise because of interest.
There is leadership. There are national executives in play. There is the minority caucus in parliament.
The national executive. I said be obi chino. Me nyanom koduane bute ne ya no ye mobo. Panyi bi a odi ne huni. No ko radio baby. No can semba sa. Yes, Kufade called discipline. We say party a penny pan radio be called discipline. It beggars belief. No discipline. But just the candidates they crowd busy about or when they started their discipline they started Sunday. I don't know how because in your private business. You have to go by the constitution and I'm
yes.
Constitution is dictating. Because radio so can't say be or Eastern region. One regional party is suspended. Some could see disciplinary committee. We are about MPP better was to the hair cancer be. No, on the party annual. Or call no friend. I didn't see no sabe patcho. Such no kind of ankadi. There must be discipline in everything. In fact, we will be honored with discipline.
And you are looking at new leadership at the national level. Because I remember
regional national constituency.
Mekaisa Mene Honorable Joe Wise Edin Command. He says so the kind of national chairman our Shama MPP, one cast in the mold of Asi Dunketia.
I disagree with him in the choice of I said because you'll be flag bearer for food a lot of things that say Dunketia has said would not be an example to choose. But he wants to really say that
discipline or party.
Discipline or party. Discipline that Obi JBBA immediately a suspended. Yeah, publishing.
But no, you cannot run political parties with that iron fist.
Check it. NDC for suspending you now between 2021 and 2024. It is that when you do it and you do it fairly, the party no ya kono. The party will be a so no did you be at no did you be a utri bam obviously utri adwa obviously what is nice about that?
Yeah, but some of you have the privilege of sitting at our neck in a national council,
and that's what I'm
all
telling you.
Leaders of the party.
That's what I'm telling you. How difficult it has become to decide on those things. So now that we have the opportunity for a new leadership starting, we should quickly, after the flag bearer, quickly conclude the national party structure elections, and then move to
regional constituency and national,
and move to ensuring discipline. Everybody who is somebody in NPP is somebody because he has been veteran from NPP.
Ubi or party names is here.
Yes.
Party na man Ubi.
Bobby didn't
sure.
Bobby didn't.
But there are some people who have built businesses outside the party. They are. Say kenney agyapong.
They got the opportunities they got because their party was in power. I'm not saying there's anything wrong.
Sure.
I'm just saying we should even build more of such people. But also recognize a party that will be. I don't have a qualm. People party have made billionaires and have a back cry. In fact, we didn't make enough of those people. That's why we are having problems. If we had made many more people like that, our Kenya problems.
More campaign way someone has been defined by a lot of attacks, any insult, any other. And see, that is not the NPP people grew up to know.
Oh, I no credit, you no credit. They all can the womb any. I mean, it's a new call radio back.
Yes.
You start here and make actually they say, I did back where me ya. And I say, I did back where you be area, Metro Paper, I'm General Secretary, no Ninka can say. You find share people constitution. See a co-internal election.
Yes.
Move be on radio, native in the social media, or quite automatic disqualification.
Oh, how? Ma Obia as in candidates, no? Or more age now.
And they on the cheetah for the year.
Oh, how? But
I'm sure there. And yet, curtailment of individuals' freedom. A delegate process. We have a delegates list.
Yes.
We give you the chance to meet all the delegates. But nipa say na kopre fia kunya ana mahina ewo krumawu na busuafo kopre say na radio so. If he say untibi ko radio so nkogu wa ko fia kunya ho anim ase. Because who did the panatem no and now can't send fee for the panel no. Okotsa kunya no na asem no people ayo.
Yeah, but so a private matter. And your private political parties are public. And your private matter. Public entity.
Am I in the private? By in the public entity.
Yeah, but a busiana
me say my in the a public entity. Obedi my in a public entity. A busiana a kunyan a private. Delegates na a kwako twabado. We are private. They are delegates indeed by registered as members of the party and abided by the rules and regulations of the party.
Yes.
To be a private, they've elected to be members of the party. What is it?
Yes.
Two co-work or conversing for one. Calling you Mukasa. Sir, as Semna Yedi Babo and TP. And my Obiko Castle Query no, which mean Pacho. Has what you Maguase. Uko Castle Bina Uhusa Yanokra. That's a Bukase Ubinu be Yakoda. There Birmingham Yanokra. Wo gudi padi ho afi wo call radio no so kra ko pacha okra enyu mum tie na na be say tie obi so atie kra dia so akotru bibi so akode baby say empese ho be gu fi a opanyi asba bi ke nyese pipita miko so wo Ghana na frontal gives because so a yeti say media time na wo no o say nya regulate ho how e be si akasa.
Yeah, but on him say a lot of the videos, the voices are creating confusion in the campaign. No, videos of candidates nibi any delegate kasa during our meeting.
What I'm trying to say
for a video.
What I try to say, we should ban videoing and broadcasting all those things. Heard him say campaign.
But that will be a difficult thing.
It will not be a difficult thing, if there's discipline and if it's enshrined in the party constitution and if we make it an automatic disqualification process, nobody will come and disqualify, do that.
Do it.
My call campaign war Western North twice.
Yes.
We call Ahafu twice.
Yes.
We call Bono twice. We call Bono East twice. May Ashanti twice. My Sunday candidate I may support to call all the 47 constituencies in Ashanti. Most people didn't know that.
Now we are campaign
because I immediately said them in publicity, right? Even though we recorded everything, we say it is not for public. When they saw the work I've done, I was commended. And yeah, I want to na yeah, Mimi Jinebi. It's Mimi percent Beko Kabibia, against the candidates, you know, and not necessarily. Another candidate called original flag bearer negatively. To me promise him say obi original flag bearer. So one can be enya no kra.
Yes.
And that's one can be in tiamia.
Yes.
And na when chantra minyano. Especially delegates I'm saying the we kai and tro. We the no kra. Hwe e me to kwan by me by na menya kele Japan. Akoka se umpo mebusa me say campaign wa ma me boa me afman call the warehouse and I said because yeah delegates we smoke pedo kra na ampa o de bekoi okoche me warehouse okoche me feel kra me fanye me vice presidential office. Not only that and other things only me also like a lot of constituencies. No credit no. Or your party di. On your party di ana. On your party di. On your candidate. On your MP for MPP.
Yes.
What you say?
Yes.
Na so akọ pre akonya we feel that's where nya. We have to give him the opportunity to come. So no akoka bibi na obi use against na and said that but maybe the demonstrate so be di mention in the coin. But he knew that I was not be a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ready meet. Odimpa. Odim. The first said deeper 5 then kono. And she said new phone in aka and yaka.
I want to talk. Okay.
What you say? Ebo so be card the enya no cre for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho. And now be card the enya no cre and obi akoja baby try yampia ni twimia. Miss we try yampia ni biam na twu. Because I did here.
Obema be responding.
I respond. Say free SHS. Yeah, budget 20 March 2017. And yeah, budget. I said the bit budget. Can I say yeah, about 2017 January.
Yes.
Yeah, ministers. Yeah. Budget. The work that we did. Not deputy ministers could be all there.
No, at the time, no.
It is over. Because I said no, yeah, free SHS. Mercy who? Because why you mo? But I didn't know can and you clear. I'll put it clearly.
And for such issues that you will come out and explain your side.
Because why you be then you na yeah make catch us by the near year do say and I bet twice you are bemu until ye fa. But see near bemu na ka say me na be the amateur say you na yeah obi wo no ko to the bedding na ko jana no the akola na to and you oba no
Oje enkom sedi.
And they say me dipa.
Yes, and now a Christian so.
Yes, and I'm saying for him.
And now what how our prophecies ni be echo.
Oh, so can Bible ah. Yakupo kwati my prophets they be share nkombone. Cuz no person you in any free.
In the bibi anya onwa.
Hwe mo. Yakupo na Oma King Cyrus free Persia koji juice. Yakupon Krona Oma Joseph copy Pharaoh feed. Yakupon na Omo Moses copy Pharaoh feed.
Yes.
Sai Yakupon na unim na kwan nya wakwan. Sai Yakupon na bonsam no ko gina poporo so say. U kotubiam di wiase we nyina bema. Okay, the panel kwan. Ti omo mu jiska no. Omo mu cheska no. Enye panel kwan ye didi nkwan be ma delegate atu ama wo. Me say edru ba bia. Ukuta ska dan we ma. Delegate ba John to ma. So me say yes ska dey we ni aka be me ni 2000. And yes ska dey we ni aka ndi say we ni 2008. Just like 2016 to defeat a certain president. Look at 2024. When the people decide, Ghanaians are so fair-minded. And my analysis is natural. Whether it's NDC or MPP, Obi are repeating the candidate. Okay. If you got 2, you got 3. If the Ghana for no, one person say Uber first, you be trouble. Umami crowd away from umami first name, and the second name, the third name. Who trouble us? I know us our baby. I say I said Jehovah for about fee. You buy first one, that's why you busy. No, me say. You buy second, over third one, you say okay, mama 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's over your other fee. Udio budidi. Bien fini. Peboa. Yes. Sanity. Ghana 4%. Omo who was 2000 President Mills. I'm telling you, President Mills had not changed between 2000 and 2008. But Ghanaians had seen that after they were bread.
It you sign Kobio.
It's easy for them to buy it. Normally say, your party is prepared to do. So say the Yemen or some was share BB. Was just the power of Ghana for. And this look, 2016. Post 2016 election, they show it's here what them nobody feels said your man which was a baby. Nobody could have predicted. In fact, I'll suffer here about prophecy. We need be a chance for Kai, and it was what's so one. I was so going to find your mama. I said, maybe. Yes. Oh, now what you prophecy? Maybe Judy.
Oh, Miss Mijidi.
But should you all Jeffrey Hodie?
Oh, yeah. Send the Bible on the crackers.
Bible kind.
Test the spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to have a certain capacity
to do the test.
To sense and know and feel. But just a blind man, Billy the blind man.
Yes. What will surprise you about election on Saturday? And then they see a baby on one pass. Hey, wait there, mama.
They see a baby and say, "Oh, we believe in fanfare." Hey, bujana. We say, "Krum which unim di tiaso Jumaira."
Sir.
Never.
Now the people start here celebrating, and so now. Reality is very different.
Reality is very different. We see more bujano. So when you krum ni say, "Oh, yeah, we job." I also say because you say, "Nankophobia or don't be magic." As on Jesus ever. Jesus by I really Bible. Jesus by no for the Jesus trade out I call it or tears you so this your pie or we are I come the near quarter I share pardon 5 oh ye magic chair will be a coin. Omuji Jesus say Hosanna Palm Sunday Sunday you know at the Beboa. A few months later, another program behind, but a few moments later, Pontius Pilate, the expectation of the Jews were not met because their mindset was a leader who was going to come and conquer. It's why you win now, you are healing people, opening their eyes. We see. And then the only Pontius Pilate showdown. Remember showdown. The people were believing in showdown. When Christ was submitting himself to the purpose for which he had come on earth, the people didn't understand. And they obviously crucify him against the thief and the known notorious murderer. So you can't believe what you say.
Yes.
But it happened. And when you are paying Sir John, I mean for the currency, and not cast the fear delegates.
And maybe money on my Kasana office or money ageno. I'm sure move boot nima vote in a very different.
They say on Saturday Dr. Bawumia will win. But Omo Bujano. Dr. Bawumia Buja.
Okay.
Omo Bujano. Omunimum Krum Hinichne. Chumaira.
The economy. O part no mubenya asema count the economy.
I'm not mean so crass for economy in 2020. Said the economy answer. See, I'm finding meaning of raising productivity. I now starting employment. So far, employee will be
we're employing in the public sector.
Oh, yeah.
And since
when did 1 minus 1 equals to 1?
So you said
100,000 employ 5,000. You said why a day? I'm just telling the reality. Nurses news and I'm employees go muka. I'm not worried about say the economy in the local. You ever can want some? Obia also be starting the country say yes. Even IMF agreement in national growth rates inflation rates are now forecasted for 2024 2025 omo me see na e bia no no achieve growth rate 5 for meant to be a lot of things we may say. That is why they had to restate and extend the program for about 6 months or something. And now
but recently IMF has praised government for meeting some of the targets.
Okay, not all.
Do a general.
Not all. I'm just saying.
Yes.
So the growth rate that we achieved in 2024, we couldn't even reach.
True. That's 2025.
It shows that 2024 was managed better than even 2025. And because of IMF, this government has been hugely constrained. I accept it. IMF's jacket, oh yeah, board charges so unyeska will be afanya adwuma. IMF running down with economy. What do you think about interest rate and the amount? Because it looks like the kind of private sector, it looks like everybody is dependent upon IMF to see the physical reality, economic reality in every country. IMF, Bao Kruma,
But you would agree, sir, despite the challenges in the economy currently, it is way better than where you left the economy. That you agree? At least with the issue of DDEP and its impact on people and all of those issues.
Want to say.
Yes.
Also, Ghana had the sign last bilaterals.
Yes.
I was say DDEP and my economy not do the entry.
In what way?
In the sense of the reliefs DDEP has allowed our external creditors to give us. 30% it has shown in the debt to ADE ratio. Moving from 70 something, above 40 something, so you now have capacity. DDEP and all the rating institutions are improving Ghana rating because they say Ghana you're more scalability because of debt sustainability, what I say? It is everything, all the bilaterals that were signing here were reached before 2025. They reached in 2024.
If it was that good, why would the former president apologize about DDEP?
So they said the benefits,
okay.
Who could do mango, na komba na wanya biendi na the following year now babeti mango no dia mango no when dia won't be near mango dana in China dana endi and don't be near body dana in China body it is okay do body na ope fa body no wanya biendi na afini be sim nsuo to na body ni bo na benya bi di no wanya biendi a oba na nya biendi ama no ho ayefe so kind papa okodu ha.
You're moving on from.
But what person who the air boba? You also who and necessary gold reserves on the equator. It's the buffer na for gold. A coffin. It's a torrential BS. I mean, maybe it's entry. At Tunisia, you give backup baby.
Yeah, but the backup, no any gold backup. And what the Bank of Ghana governor spoke about.
The only backup,
the benefit from FX.
FX the dollar.
Yes.
Now, if we
no, sir. They are selling some of the gold to take advantage of the world market price.
So
that is the idea they announced.
Ghana has always have all of a sudden, or by one of the first acts here, or see on your gold for your view.
Yes, and you and
you know, and I quietly move from and go back to what they were doing, which was funding the oil purchases with dollar. Even though I gold for dollar, Bank of Ghana's biggest job it has done in 2025, gold trading. So because it's been providing the money for gold board
to buy
and sell the gold.
Yes.
Gold trading.
Yes.
Gold trading never the forex no. And even those who track gold for oil no. He's provided the forex
a new approach.
That was the approach before we introduced the gold for oil.
Yes.
He's now gone back to what the oil receipt by because oil gold trading. Bank of Ghana never told anybody to be doing gold trading. That is why IMF, the World Bank, forces say declare it. Because you are doing trading.
Yeah, but the Bank of Ghana
is just authorized.
Trading, they started with PMMC under your government.
Where we?
Yeah, almost as with PMMC under your government.
But PMMC was buying gold.
Absolutely.
Bank of Ghana was not the provider of money for PMMC. There were other institutional players who were bringing money to Bank of Ghana to buy the gold.
Yeah, but Bank of Ghana also gave them money.
I'm just saying, Bank of Ghana started the gold for oil with 500 million Ghana USD. Bank of Ghana was not providing the money for the PMMC. There were institutional gold buyers. I want to gold free Dubai. They can gold. Those were the people who were bringing the money for gold. Right, gold for reserve. The Bank of Ghana now gold for reserve. It's just why IMF catch a Bank of Ghana said Omuncha gold for oil because they had provided the capital. Bank of Ghana was not supposed to be doing that for government. Right? The Bank of Ghana did that for Ghana specifically because our dollar by 2023 December, by 2022 December, our dollar reserve come from a kind would have gone to zero. It's any dollar they be and then petrol price here there cost because people were speculating so many dollar no. How are we going to get it? Any PMMC for gold now more exporting. So say you budget the gold and it was an arrangement, a tripartite arrangement with PMMC, Bank of Ghana, and Ministry of Energy, because we guaranteed oil and the prices, and we used the gold to pay. Different. It was PMFC who that was doing the trading.
But that is the gold for oil component of the domestic gold purchase program. The domestic gold purchase had program, 2 components: gold for reserve,
it was more than 2,
and gold for oil.
It was more than 2. It's 2 Pedawoka. Yeah. I can tell you others.
Yeah.
Because when it became so successful, Bank of Ghana decided to repatriate people's shares using gold.
Yes.
Because MTN, no Musika, Dawacha, no Munya, no Lamfankono, they were paid in gold. Or they took some of the gold for them to go. But gold purchasing program was totally different from gold for oil.
Yeah, that's agreed.
Two different things. Yes. It didn't come out of, because it was so successful, we started using commodities need $1. Why don't we link it to gold purchase? So we didn't only do oil. When we did oil and it became successful, we did shares like institutional large share transmitting we sat with them and also did that under the Ministry of Communication. And there was a lot of things, and now Governor Baye, because we were under pressure from IMF to cancel it because it was not a Bank of Ghana job. It was not a Bank of Ghana job. The trading was supposed to be done separately as a ministry job.
Yes.
And to buy, one of the first things someone will say, you try gold for you. Oh, try gold for you, man. You are embarking on serious gold trading. That is why we gold trading. That is why IMF reported say, that is why Sabija Fiju said, gold body more. Because gold body near trading here. After OTS, the Bank of Ghana is not supposed to do gold trading. That is what our reporter said. Oh, JBU, on top small scale gold.
Yeah, they had announced earlier, said 2026, and now
that's it, no. But you don't, because there's not only small scale gold and motor.
Yes, the agreement large scale, 20%.
They can buy up to 20%,
absolutely,
which is good enough for them. But
and also, and no, 8 to 31 tons. They are not to free large scale mining companies now.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes.
And that's one they will continue doing. But they still need that.
Now, over continue doing a Goboka. It's or Cotoma way.
31 or matters
about 18, 12.
No, that information should come.
It should come. But what do you mean your address is you?
Oh, absolutely.
Why will Bank of Ghana act in obscurity?
Maybe the Parliament of Ghana can help us, and I say some of us can also file RTI requests. They are just informative. That one we can do.
It you also say
yes.
Means sure say the economy will 2028.
It depends on how things will pan out from now.
And you cannot predict, can you?
Yeah, you cannot.
And no. Obi we can start speculation and you need to.
Yes. I was young for in some way, Napo, Martin Poku, Prempe. Go up on thing. I check them we pass. There is no way Kenney Japon bet me when you're the party machinery is behind Dr. Bawumia. And I was saying trying this for Chikakra on what they are doing. The Jumano Muyen be an Enswani cra. They only pintimamen point this year. Then and check a see Ebema Bawa Alahasa. Aye. But then check a see my pa. Nana a queer Afro papa be. Aye. Michia ye pa, and me Evans Jaben, Michia also ye pa. At your friends are more Facebook, the chief font is Joseph Kuzili, Boatin Amoa, Salawu Idrisu, and Kwasi Asamo Brapa, in the Michacha Munina, Eda Munina, say no more bre. Ye caught near Setre home Abba. Yet another episode of one of the big men in MPP also, Eden support Abba, no was a job in Japan. Ochina. 31st or China battle on the Bacoso, we a delegate. Now, Timia, Messer was a Kudruha, now what to a ban for Fefe, Ediama. Number 3, Dr. Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia. Makramo, until we meet again. Adios.